You already know the game. We're looking at Bitcoin and altcoins. Little market update. Get settled in, get your drinks, and get ready to go because it's going to be a good one. Yeah. Watch some Beavis and Butthead while I do my posts and everything. Yo, what's good, Market Cipher fam? How's it going? I got my Bitcoin hat on because we are in desperate need of some exit liquidity right now, man. Yes, sirree. Let's get the chat out here. Let's see who we got in the chats. How we doing here? Ooh, we got Trader Geo in the house, man. Oh, Trader Geo, man. I can't believe you're tuning in, man. Good to see you. Gazgano, good to see you. Nightshade, Spence, Awareness. Man, I love you guys. Thanks for tuning in again. Let's do a little market update, man. Let's see how the markets are doing, man. You know, I made a call in the Discord. We lost the poop line, you know what I'm saying? So I keep my key levels relatively simple. So to lose the poop line, I was thinking, man, we got to come down to that year to date again. That would be really nice if we could get some support dug in at the year to date. So, you know, during the stream, we're going to go over the Bitcoin price action, see if it's looking like it is going to go there. Or if this is the end of the dumps. We're gonna look at it. We're gonna look at some crypto news. I was reading some crypto news, looking at the bubbles and stuff. Hex had a little bit of a pump. Looking like, let's see here. Monero, what's Monero doing up here? I saw Tron up here too. I was looking at Tron. Man, look at that. Look at like Tron. Look at Tron right now. Tron on like the weekly, look at that trigger wave on Tron coming up over, or trying to come up over that anchor from the all-time high. Interesting developments on Tron price action. What else here we got? Man, Cardano, what the hell's Cardano doing? Why is Monero pumping, dude? What's going on with these ancient dinosaur coins, man? Look at Cardano. Actually, it still looks like shit, but it just pumped 4%. This was a sizable move here. Still under the gulag, but starting to move, man. And these moves are substantial. Let's see, big time frame Cardano. Oh dang, look at the daily like scooping up this big wave here. Cardano's like scooping up on the daily, it looks like, but just under a lot of anchored VWAPs. So it is pumping right now, but am I macro bullish on it yet? No, but could change, you know, if we overcome the Q2 anchor. I'm still a little bit iffy on ADA, man. I'm not gonna just like emotionally flip bullish on ADA. Tron on the other hand, man, let's see Tron on this anchor here, man, the Q2. Tron's bouncing on its Q2 anchor, guys. I'm actually quite bullish on Tron. It's one of the few cryptos that's doing well on its Q2 anchor. Let's check Tron BTC. Tron BTC on the daily. Wow. Not looking too bad here. Got the money flow coming up here. A trigger wave would be nice. You get that nice anchor trigger set up. But Tron Bitcoin, not a bad pair. Not a bad pair. Even on the weekly. Looks okay. I'm gonna keep watching Tron. Tron's like kind of beloved. Like we do our payroll in Tron. It's a nice cheap chain. I like Tron Tether. But yeah, overall we got some, you know, it's sketchy because look what Bitcoin's doing. Like Bitcoin is still on house arrest. Bitcoin's like got like 6 baby mamas. It's paying child support and it's on house arrest. Bitcoin is just in the doldrums, man. Like, can we just like stay over the poop line? You know, can we just get some hope? Can we get a higher low on Bitcoin? I feel like, yeah, Bitcoin is just kind of ghetto, man. It's like some trailer park shit, you know? But like I said, I got my Bitcoin hat on. I'm stunting the orange beamer. I'm putting on my orange. And I'm trying, guys. I'm trying to get some buyers into Bitcoin so we can get some exit liquidity at the very least. You know what I'm saying? Because I love you guys. I'll shill Bitcoin for you guys and no one else. David Brumblo says ADA looks pretty bad. You know, yeah, it definitely looks bad on the macro. Short term, it's done really good. Could it make a run up to these anchors? I think it could. I think we could make a run up to that Q2 anchor, then things get very iffy again. But ADA could be having a bit of a run, so I wouldn't count it out from a like a scalp long standpoint yet. Cardano Bitcoin is surging here. Got a nice uptrend of money flow. Look on the daily here, got the money flow deep in the red, but starting to trend up. You are kind of at some like long-term support here, a little bit. I don't know, it had this like long-term support, and then you get that overextension, which oftentimes is enough for it to go back in the other direction. But yeah, I don't know if I'm sold quite on ADA and the macro, man. We got to come over that Q2, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's just not a good chart. Look at Tron. Tron's over its Q2. Tron's looking a lot better. Another one that was over its Q2 that we looked at was Pepe. Look at Pepe over its Q2 anchor, bouncing off real nice. So Pepe is a winner. Tron's a winner. Unfortunately, Solano is rejecting off of its Q2. Not looking too hot for me. Ethereum also in the doldrums under both the year to date and the Q2. Just not winning, man. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna go back to BTC here. So it's in this like down channel, which I adjusted the down channel to include the recent pumps, because obviously we got a little bit of a correction off that point. And you know, this little thing, we had this thing, but it got violated. So I adjusted my channel here. I'm gonna put it like that, and I'm gonna copy that. That way we have two parallel lines, and I drag that down. Boom, we got our channel there. So this is the new channel that Bitcoin has to break before we get any kind of breakout. And so, this looks scary. We're under Q2. It looks like there's not much support here between the poop line in the year to date. And so I'm really thinking that we might have to test the year to date on Bitcoin. But on the 15-minute, I do see the money flow trending up. But look on the 30-minute, like the money flow, the green money flow, how it tapered down, and the blue waves are tapering down, and we're under the poop line, under the Q2. It just seems to me like the year to date is like in the cards right now. So I made that call in the VIP that Bitcoin's probably gonna have to go down to the year to date. So yeah, we got these like sketchy altcoin pumpage, with the context of the Bitcoin added in, makes everything look a little weird. So everything's a little weird. Somehow Pepe's got this trigger wave on the 6 hour. Pepe looks pretty strong. And let's see, is Tron looking strong on these middle time frames? Tron is kind of still looking like it's got a little juice left on these middle time frames. But all right, I love you guys. I hope you guys know that I love you. Clate the Great says 3 kids, 6 baby mamas. Man, Bitcoin is dragged down financially with financial obligations, man. 6 baby mamas, house arrest. Like I said, Bitcoin's on some trailer park shit right now until we can get over Q2. Awareness says, I'm about to start shilling Bitcoin videos with my mouth wide open, telling people buy the top. Yes, dude, that's what we need, man. We need more dick-sucking thumbnails, more shameless shills like myself, traveling the world, preaching Jesus coin, and waving our Michael Saylor flags. That's what we need right now, man. Just some shameless shilling. Lolo says, red man going down. Yeah, it's I wish I could be more hopeful for you guys, you know. I'd be frothing at the mouth, FOMOing, telling my neighbors to FOMO in if we could just get over 65K. But that's where I think Bitcoin's at. I think like we're bearish under 59K and we're bullish over 65K. It's like there's a momentum play coming. That's like how I feel. So yeah, it's like I'm not really bullish at the year to date because we've already violated a bunch of times. I'd have to see how price reacts at the year to date. If we slip below the year to date, it's like you're looking at a potential momentum play to the downside, down to like 52K. But if we could somehow get saved out of nowhere, you know, pull a rabbit out of our hat, somehow get over the Q2, then I guess things change. But that's a hope and a wish. Awareness is talking about Solano coins, man. Bill Cosby coin, Trump coin, man. Solano, man. I wish people would stop talking about Solano, not gonna lie, man. I'm tired of Solano. I want some other coins to pump. Solano had like a good run. Look how close Solano came to the all-time high, man. It's time for this shit to cool off a bit, you know, go sideways. Let some other shit coins get some of the love, in my opinion. Like Hedera. Look at Hedera here. Let's see here. Yeah, Hedera is holding in that rising up channel there. Quite interesting, quite interesting. We dumped down in there as was predicted, and then we pump back up. Adam Thomas says make an FG coin. Dude, we need a like the Magikarp thing to pop off, man. I spend like all my days like making Magikarps. Like, let me show you guys some Magikarps. I just like type in like a little prompt like Magikarp flopping on the deck, and like I make these like little fish guys. Look at this guy. Like, I don't have to do the dick sucking thumbnails. I can have my little gropers do it for me. Like, look at this guy. That's like on a bearish day, I'll use him. This is like a bullish day, I'll use this guy. This is messed up. This one came out hella wrong. This one gave me nightmares. Same with this one, man. These are like kill it before it lays eggs, man. So yeah, it's hit or miss with these gropers, but yeah, this is what a flopping groper is. It's like a, look at that thing on the top left, man. It's like a disgusting groping and flopping fish out of water, man. Just like how we were all when we started trading, man. But yeah, that's what a groper is, man. It's my little mascot. David Brumbelow says ADA was one of my top 5 bags. I unloaded it all of mid-March. Very glad I did. Yeah, man. ADA is one of the biggest letdowns in crypto, man. Definitely. A little bit of a ways to go before hope on ADA is restored. You know, there's no point in like knife catching. I've gotten my community into the mentality of not trying to save these like hopeless shit projects when they're in like the knife catching phases. Like, you know, if you're just gonna like buy and hold some altcoin in your portfolio, like, god damn it, I want it to be pumping, you know. I want the momentum to be swinging in your guys' favor. So yeah, like if things change on alts and like we're soaring over Q2 anchor and all that stuff, like I'll let you know. And then you've got a couple month play on your favorite altcoin, you know, and then you rotate back into Bitcoin. But to buy and hold a basket of shit coins in 2024 when like the project that pops off is like random and like it's not every alt that goes up anymore. It's like a select few special projects that go up. So like the diversification has been kind of like doing me damage, you know, doing a little bit of damage to my portfolio. My best altcoin play was like a Chainlink swap. I held it for 6 months and then swapped back into Bitcoin. I needed to be doing more shit like that instead of things that are akin to, I mean, my earliest mistakes in crypto were buying projects that went down 90 something percent, like Verge and shit, you know, and just thinking, oh, this is a good project, it's gonna like go up in the future. But that's just simply not the case. You want to have these momentum plays when it's trending on Bitcoin or trending on ETH, and then you just rotate out of that shit. Lolo says that was me in the 90s on a Ameritrade. Yeah, just holding a shit stock. Yeah. Okay, so the stock market's still looking quite strong. You'd think that Bitcoin would have some follow through with the stock market doing all this. Money flow tapering out. Blue wave might be pinching over, actually. Not sure, but either way, we're over the Q2, so it could like find some support on Q2 and go higher. Overall, I think it's good. It is good that we're over the Q2 in the year to date on the S&P. It's just objectively bullish, but we're just gonna have to keep watching it. I was thinking that would translate into something for Bitcoin, something good for Bitcoin, but so far Bitcoin is just kind of on house arrest right now. Looks like alts are kind of sapping some of the money. I guess Hex had a 21% pump. Oh shit! Yo, my bad. Let me fix my camera here. Good to see you, Nightshade. Thanks for coming in, man. Nah, man, we're not good, Clayt the Great. We got wrecked, bro. My shoulders are getting broader. I just like knocked over my camera. All right, here we go. We're back in business here for now. Hopefully you guys didn't see me in my underwear. Man. Let's take a look at Monero, dude. You know, I just like deleted Monero from my watch list, and of course, like the next day it starts pumping. What's going on with Monero, bro? Monero coming over Q2. Had a very flat Q2, actually bouncing on its Q2 anchor. That's very interesting. Coming up over its year to date. Damn. Monero is actually over both of its anchors. Look at the 2 week on Monero, like given a bullish dot here. Anthony T says that's a baller ass monitor. Dude, yes, man. Gaming on this thing is like the most amazing shit ever. I don't do that much gaming anymore, but if I was like a gaming streamer, I'd be like having the best streams, bro. Clayt the Great, Mega Chad Gaines knocking shit over it. Yes, bro. Man, I don't know how big this monitor is. It's like 40 something inch. It's huge. It's like, it's really big. It's shaped like a U. But Monero's 2 week is looking, why is Monero looking good? That's crazy. Caspa, apparently Caspa is doing really good. Caspa, maybe a trigger wave on the weekly on Caspa. Little bit sketchy that we're at the year to date, or the quarter two. So this is pretty much party's over, in my opinion, until we watch what this does around the Q2 anchor. You could get a surge up to the year to date, but this is some heavy resistance on Caspa like that we're currently at. Thor chain. If there's any alts you guys want me to look at, I'll check them out. Thorchain is looking to creep over its Q2. You got the Q2 at 5.735. You got a year to date at 6.5. A little bit of a window of opportunity there. Actually, that's a big one. That's a 12.75% jump right there. Could be done. Actually, overall, my watch list looks pretty green here. Like whiff looks like it just saw a little bit of a pump. Let's check this out. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know about that. It's not out of the gulag on Q2. It's not a momentum play yet, that's for sure. Same with Floki. No momentum. I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. The market's getting pickier with the memes, the meme charts. Like Pepe's chart looks good, the others not so much. All right, a couple of you guys said near, and I know Render did really good recently, so we're gonna look at Render. Okay, near is a winner, guys. This is over Q2. Nice clean bounce off the year to date. You got a winner right here, folks. Interesting weekly. Definitely looks like it is in danger of losing runaway train status, but it's still up there. Money flow crossing into the green again. But yeah, as long as it's over Q2, you have a chance of a momentum play to the upside with the weekly over that 60 line. It is possible. One of the better looking charts. Yeah. Yes, sir. Let's look at, we gotta look at Render. I know Render's been doing really good. Okay, this is some amazing price action that we saw. So let's go to, okay, let's slap our anchors down. I'm liking what I'm seeing. I'm really liking what I'm seeing, man. This is great. Look at the weekly green dot. We're getting the green dot on the weekly there. Oh, look at that yellow oscillator crossing up. Render's killing it, baby. 2 week might be getting saved over the 60 line. That's what you want to see. I love it, man. I love it. Yeah, we're keeping it simple with these altcoin analysis. Is it having a good Q2 or not? That's all I want to freaking know. People overcomplicate shit, man. I want to look what charts. Is this coin having a good Q2 or not? Is the volume in the bulls' favor or the bears' favor? That's all I need to know. If I'm gonna be holding some shit, you know. And then you know the line to get rid of this shit. Like if it's all of a sudden this is undone, dump that shit. But yeah, why would you hold some shitcoin that's like under the year to date, like dying, groping for air, when there's plenty of altcoins that are doing really good? TRB. Jackoff says TRB. What is TRB? Jeez, man, look at that shit running up. That's running up. Just now breaking the year to date. Okay, so you're getting the reaction off the year to date that you would want to see. Look at the dump down, the test as support. Not a bad pick, man. I'm glad that you brought this to my attention. Not a bad one. You guys are actually having some good recommendations for alts. I think, oh, David Brumbelow, Algorand is such a good pick, man. Let me take a look at Algorand. I know Exodus Wallet just did some stuff with them on their blockchain. I use Exodus Wallet and I recommend it. It's a good hot wallet. I mean, Algorand has some good stuff going for it, but actually it's not looking as good as other alts from a chart perspective just yet. I gotta see a little more here on Algorand, but I'm happy for him. Algorand's a good project. Clate the Great, let's talk about AVAX. Let's look at Avalanche. Yeah, unfortunately, basically in the same state as Algorand here. I'm seeing, just looking at this chart on the daily, I see anchor trigger, rejection off Q2, not looking hot, not looking like a momentum play on top of the anchors or nothing like that. Yeah. Lolo says so many cryptos, so little time. There's more cryptos than ever, but only some of them even look good. Even these ones that are pumping, just because it's green doesn't mean it's doing good. Like, we got to see it having a good quarter, you know. So we went over a couple winners on the stream. Like, a surprise winner is Tron. Like, Tron is like creeping over both its Q2 and its year to date. I love these, like, where it comes over and then you get that whale splash of support on there. Take a look at Litecoin here. Litecoin, just look at that, like way under the Q2, looking like shit. Under the year to date. Do you really want to be the one to save this shit, or are you just trying to get in when it's pumping, you know, swap in when it's looking strong, swap out in a couple months for more Bitcoin or ETH? That's what I would do with shitcoins, man. Ethan Marquez says ALF. Let's look at ALF. Not too much data to go off of, but just barely enough for the anchor analysis. So performing terribly in Q2 and a year-to-date perspective. It's a total shitcoin, bro. Got some BitBoy green dots down here on like the 2-hour time frame. Yeah. Talk about a knife catch, man. Sorry, Ethan. Carlo De Leon, good to see you, man. What's going on, beautiful people? Mark Shark, did I hear about Trump and Biden talking about crypto? Yes. Yes, I did. I know Trump says he's pro-crypto, but under Trump, you have a strong US dollar, so I don't know. Just from my life experience, like, Republicans get handed shit economies, shit stock markets, and under Democrats, everything runs up and it's just a big fantasy land. That's my experience. But yeah, under Trump, like, the dollar is strong, right? But he's probably, I mean, he's definitely friendlier than Biden on regulations. I mean, the Biden administration is just, like, completely inept. I think they, like, said they were going to veto. Biden said he was going to veto something, like banks. You guys are probably, I mean, you guys are smarter than I am with this shit. Like, his administration said he was going to veto banks, like, having custody of Bitcoin or something, which seems kind of weird, but who cares? Like, we're our own bank in crypto anyways. So SEC versus Ripple. SEC kind of hit back and they're stalling for time. Ripple's trying to say they're doing a good job and they're working with Japan. So they're, like, kicking the can down the road with that shit, like dragging it out. Fluff article. Shit hasn't been figured out yet. What's this article? Ethereum price looks ready for a leg higher over if it holds support. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Yeah, and then at the end of the article it says, but if it doesn't do that, then it's gonna crash lower. Yeah, like, I mean, ETH BTC, ooh, starting to see the start of something, but we want to see this come back over Q2. ETH BTC, it was nice to see that pump up, but then it was like a fake out, and now we're back under the Q2. Carlo De Leon, Tron looking beautiful. You're right, man. Look at Tron on the weekly. Tron on the weekly, a beautiful hidden bull div, yellow oscillator crossing up. On the daily, we're coming over both the quarter two and the year to date. Or sorry, this is, what is this anchor? That's the yearly high. What is the year to date looking like? Yeah, we're over that year to date there on Tron. Justin Sun for the win. Yeah, I'm not too sold on ETH yet. This seems like a fluff article. Bowden meme coin surges. It makes sense that during election season your political meme coins would pump. It's crazy that there hasn't been more, like, political memes. Like, this election cycle has been pretty quiet. It's like they're trying to prevent riots and shit this time around because a Democrat's in charge. But when a Republican's in charge, they just let the animals out of the cages, man. Render source 50%. We did talk about Render already. Render's doing really good. Cypher says, could you please go over your Q2 and year-to-date lines? Yes, man. So the biggest method for me to gauge how an asset's doing, I have a methodology. I use the anchored VWAP. So I want to get a good volume weighted average price sentiment read of the market that I'm looking at. So I go into the toolbar, I select the anchored VWAP tool, and I like to put one on April 1st and January 1st of this year, no matter what coin I'm looking at. And I want to see for a momentum play us over both of those. That would imply that we're having both a good quarter two and a good year. And so that's the recipe. That plus some good wave readings gives you that momentum play. If you want to, that would make me want to do like a coin swap from Bitcoin to some other shit coin for a couple weeks or months. Cypher. So I like to set my settings. with these anchored VWAPs, OHLC4. And another good VWAP to place is like a yearly high and a yearly low. Like on Bitcoin, for instance, the poop line is our yearly low, right? And this orange anchor is the yearly high. But I also have the year to date, which is the purple line, and I have the Q2, which is the red line. And the only other anchors I have macro wise, I have the push-up line. This is just the day that I started my push-up line, the yellow line, bro. Or sorry, the day that I started my push-up challenge. So this one's kind of a joke, but ironically it has played really good for the market. Like the market has responded to it. I do have one back here, Q4 of 2023, where we got that poop line bounce from. So I felt like this green one was an important volume weighted anchor to watch, because if we lose the year to date, the purple line, we might have to come down there. And I could place some other anchors, but the only other anchor below that I have placed is a 2-year anchor, one on January 1st of 2023, just to give some context of the entire bull run. See how like this was the bottom down here, January 1st of 2023. And so if you slap an anchor on that, that's pretty much the whole bull run. And it gives you a really conservative valuation down here where Bitcoin could go and it would still be decently okay, you know? We could go all the way down to 40K. It just gives you an idea of how far Bitcoin's come in so little time. Yeah. Cipher says, thanks, bro. This will help me get rid of shit coins like Alf. Yeah, man. I think that the anchored VWAPs, knowing which way the volume and the price, both together, married together, which way that sentiment is kind of blowing for these coins, is going to help you isolate like the momentum plays and not be holding on to as many shit coins. That's what I want for you guys, you know? Not to say that some of the best gains can be made catching knives, you know, like buying the absolute dread and the absolute fear. But realistically speaking, most of us don't have the bags to keep buying on our favorite shit projects. And like, we don't manage the risk of that as good as we should. And we end up just holding shit bags, big old shit bags that don't come up. And you do that with like, you know, 10 different coins. Even if one of them goes up, you got bled dry on the other 9, so it's like a wash. Let's take a look at gold here. Gold's not letting me do a volume weighted anchor. Fuck, what's the ticker for isn't it AU? I thought gold was AUXX. I'm tripping. There we go. XAUU. Okay, here we go. Okay, gold is man, we pumped up super hard on gold. Makes sense that it's now struggling to keep up with that amazing pumpage that it had at the start, like on the onset of Q2. That being said, it's still having a wonderful year. Gold could come down quite a bit, all the way down to 2,186 and still be like macro bullish. But gold is not over its Q2 anchor. We slipped below. And so I would actually wait to trade this long until we overcome that. it's being a little suppressed right now. Mark says, any thoughts on crypto.com's coin? They have the most licenses out of every exchange, but think they're scared to promote the Crow coin. Unfortunately, the Crow coins have been shorted down for the entire quarter. But it is clinging to a year to date. So it is possible that we undulate in here a little bit more. It's not as firmly, it's not under the year to date like a lot of other coins. It's not the worst coin. But I'd say it's not worth holding until it makes a clear bullish run over whatever quarter we're in. You know, if this has to dump lower for the rest of the quarter, and then Q3 it has a good Q3, you know, then that's a good time to hold some Crow, you know. But I don't know, right now it's just not a good time to hold Crow in place of like some other, like some Bitcoin or something. Undefeated 00 says Tron is bullish. A lot of people talking about Tron. Even before I flipped on the stream, I was looking at the Tron. Tron's one of my favorite, like near and dear to my heart coins. And the weekly is looking quite bullish. We're over the year to date and the Q2. It's one of the better charts that we've been looking at. PZ Customs asks a question. He says, what are your thoughts on seasonality? The whole sell in May, walk away thing. The sell in May, walk away thing is a thing. It is a phrase. I mean, look at Bitcoin's chart. You know, end of April, losing the weekly 60 line very well could play out, you know. It's crazy. You get this bullish weekly candle, but if the next candle isn't green, that's kind of undone, right? So yeah, I mean, we're not out of the sell in May, walk away. Even if, like, it sounds weird, but like even if price holds the equal or even like goes up, I'd say you were justified to sell when these waves cross below the weekly on Bitcoin, you know, because you could always just like re-enter the markets for a momentum play. You know, when Q2's looking better, when the blue wave has been saved, who knows how, you know, who knows how long or hard the correction under the Q2 anchor has to go, you know. So the sell in May, walk away thing, definitely like it was earnings season, and it is very common. Like I definitely believe in seasonality, but it is just odds because, you know, every year there's different factors, right? Different things going on. So seasonality is just, it adds a percentage of a chance of things going a certain way, you know, something to look at. Like that sell in May, walk away phrase, plus actually seeing Bitcoin losing runaway train status on the weekly, a little bit concerning. Lola says, read the charts, not the news. I definitely agree. I think the charts price is king, you know what I'm saying? Ultimately, you don't just want to live your life by colloquialisms like sell in May, walk away. It's just a phrase, you know. If the charts aren't agreeing with that, then I wouldn't sell in May, walk away, you know. I would say that the charts are somewhat agreeing. The charts are agreeing with sell in May, walk away as long as we're under the Q2 anchor. The sell in May, walk awayers may end up being right. They have been right for a little bit of time so far, you know. For the first week of May, it hasn't gone up. So it's a good time to like shave some profits if you had to pay bills, feed your family, go on a vacation or something. The earnings season's a good time to do it. We haven't really gone up, you know. Sol BTC, so Solano banging off of its Q2 anchor down, and Sol BTC doing a similar thing. So Solano under house arrest, locked up in the basement. Last time I looked at the Dixie, the dollar index, we were looking a little bearish. So looking at the weekly, definitely see a potential peak here. We did get a bearish candle and then some follow through. This current weekly candle is green, but you got like a red dot on like a high trigger wave, like an anchor trigger kind of setup here on the Dixie. Could be good for cryptos. And the stock market was looking a little bullish. Like on the weekly, it might get saved. You see that? So that might be good, a good sign. Ali says, can we go long on Bitcoin? I don't think it's really the time to ape long on Bitcoin yet. I get more bullish if we get over 65, and I get more bearish if we go under 59. So I'm definitely in this momentum kind of mindset with Bitcoin, where I'm like bullish if we go higher and bearish if we go lower, if that makes sense. Right now, Bitcoin, like, you know, for a long, you want to see a higher low, right? At least one higher low. We haven't really seen that yet. All I'm seeing is lower highs. So just from an objective standpoint, Bitcoin is not the best swing long right now. But if we were to dig in, you know, a higher low here, you know, and do something like this and come up, you know, it's like by the time you get over this anchor, that red anchor there, then you do kind of have, I guarantee you that the waves will look better and it would look proper. This doesn't look right, you know. So but the way I simplify my TA is like I just use that Q2 anchor, you know. It's a volume weighted average price. It's a really great level where you know that when we go up there, traders are going to flood in. They're either going to short it down or they're going to Mario Kart speed boost it up. That's what's going to happen. And if it rejects off that, chances are it's going to come down to one of these other anchors, whether it's the poop line or the year to date. Drew says bonks, January and quarterly looks juicy. I love that we talk about our coins in terms of quarterly and annual now. We're talking a little bit more like the Chinese, you know. Well, actually the Chinese they're thinking 20 years ahead. But we're thinking more like the institutions. Bonk is right up there with Pepe in terms of like trending on its year to date and its Q2. One of the best looking charts that we got, man. That's a good chart from a volume weighted average price standpoint. Lolo says you got a limit order on Sol at 128. A little bit of a stink bid, I'd say that's like a stink bid. A stink bid is like you set that low limit order in there and it's just like a gambly knife catch, like a high confidence, low capital knife catch kind of gamble, but you're pretty sure of yourself kind of thing. That's a good little stink bid level for sure. Definitely got this rejection off of the Q2, and Sol BTC is just not looking hot, man. All-in says I probably got muted, but what seems more likely first, 52K or 75K? You know, the odds currently, let's just look at this objectively speaking, all in. So the monthly does not have our back on Bitcoin. The 2-week does not have our back. The weekly does not have our back. We're under the Q2 anchor. And so all of these things combined, I would say it's actually more likely that we lose the year to date, and we basically, market participants capitulate in a stupid way down to 52, and we come down to this bottom that we found, this volume weighted average price dynamic bottom support that we created this low after the ETF dump. This is the Q4 of 2023 anchor, an anchor placed on October 1st of 2023. I would say that that is actually a more likely scenario currently than going up to 75K. But if we were to break past 65K, that would switch on a dime. I would get way more bullish if we were closing daily candles over 65. But we're currently closer to the year to date than we are to the quarter two. So, I mean, I guess like objectively speaking, based on all that information with the larger time frames being bearish, right? I guess I would say that we have a higher likelihood of a momentum play to the downside, down to 52. But also, we could just hold sideways. The year to date could be very strong. It could be a very strong demand zone that holds us up while the waves cool off. I'm not sure, man. But you're making me pick a binary momentum play up or a momentum play down, right? I'd say that if a momentum play had to happen, it would be to the downside. But there's another scenario, which is like the more sideways market. So keep that in mind. Night Shadow says BTC back to 59. I would like to see it simply because I like to see my anchored VWAPs ping the price action back and forth in a clean fashion. I want to see this poop line, the fact that we lost it, I would like to see us come down to the year to date and fill this gap just so my anchors are done proper justice. But let's see, let's pull open the intraday here. We're gonna pull open a VWAP that resets on the daily candle close. Looks like we're gaining a little bit of traction on that VWAP, and the money flow on the 15-minute is trending to the upside. And so on the 15-minute and look at the 30-minute, we do have a bull div here, right there. On the 15 and 30-minute, I do see some bullish divergence that's actually put us back over the intraday VWAP. This implies a move back up to the poop line, perhaps, and then perhaps a deeper rejection down to the year to date. But what you could do is you could monitor this intraday VWAP. If this price action over the intraday, if we lose the intraday and you see some sort of hidden bear div, that's a really good indication that we would continue back down to that year to date. You could probably catch a really good short scalp. But objectively speaking, I see a bit of not on the hourly, but on the 30-minute and 15-minute, I see some bull div here. Let's look at dog with hat. Out of all the meme coins, you know, you want to see meme coins showing potential of momentum. Not seeing that. Even though we're very well over, this looks like gold chart in the sense that like it's clinging to a Q2 while being very high over the year to date. But since we're under the Q2 just barely, it's not able to do any kind of momentum play long. Whereas if you look at Pepe, we do have a clear sky here. So Whiff is at risk of getting Buzz Lightyeared, missing the window. Whiff is just a toy. Pepe's like the real deal. And so is Bonk. Bonk is like the real deal right now. Mark says, do you think we're at a deciding moment between the bull market ending in the next few months versus ending in 2025? Yeah, man, we really are. We really are. I have a complicated answer, but the simple answer is yes. Obviously, Q2 is a really big decider in how the rest of the year goes. You know, if Q2 is like just this massive momentum play to the downside, that really ruptures us, and you have to consider just like this larger cup and handle pattern on Bitcoin. Look how bullish this still looks. You know what I'm saying? But what you're looking at here is something like what happened back here, like a mini bull bear cycle inside of that larger bear, the larger bull run. You see what I'm saying, Mark? That's what I'm thinking. And so by the time we get like, you know, midway through something like this, our anchored VWAPs will be sloped down for us, and we'll be able to short very comfortably because we'll be in a very clean, clear downtrend. It won't be the worst trading environment because traders, as a trader, you just want to see some momentum and you can make plays. Honestly, like being firmly down and knowing you're in a downtrend is actually like a better situation to be in than like kind of where we're at now, where you see these anchors just hella flat and like we're just in somewhat of a sideways kind of situation. This is kind of a little bit choppy. Whereas, I don't know, getting some very strong ascending macro anchors or descending macro anchors is like better for trading. But your indecision and everyone's indecision, Mark, is a product of the fact that we are over the year-to-date anchor. So technically speaking, it's still a good year for Bitcoin. But we are under Q2. Since April 1st, it's been shitty. So that's two conflicting biases. The macro time frames not looking good and basically just praying for rescue. And you've got like plus 60 runaway train momentum on these big time frames, but you've got red dots. So mixed signals, sideways anchors, sideways undulating market. A nightmare environment for a lot of traders. Like, you know, you want to have a lot of cards stacked up. There's points in history where your cards are stacked up. If you stay in the game long enough, you'll catch those windows, those couple weeks, couple month windows where it just seems like, is this really this good? And it is that good because your cards are all stacked. But you got to recognize when in history things are all over the place, you know what I mean? And like really the sticking to your strategy really matters, man. And a part of your strategy is what is your edge? Are you a momentum trader, or a range trader, you know? Like Jason Casper loves this shit because he gets the long and short in both directions, like a non-stop all the time. Whereas I'm a little bit more of a momentum trader. Like, you know, when I was an aggressive trader trading Ethereum, it was like back when shit was mega pumping. It was during this mega pump, and I was just longing on the intraday VWAP, and I thought I was a good trader, you know, because it's just momentum trading. But yeah, Jason Casper taught me a lot about range trading in the last couple years. Not that I like it, but he taught me a lot about it. Yeah, thanks for tuning into the late stream, guys. I know our East Coasters definitely hate my guts, but you guys are like in Australia, Asia, West Coast. You guys are my people. I like you guys more than the East Coast people. So yeah, I'm gonna come in. We're gonna stream again tomorrow. Do another little update. Hopefully we get down to the year to date and we dig in there. That would be a nice sign. But we'll see what happens, guys. Thanks for tuning in. And you guys have a good rest of the night. Get a good night's sleep. Take care of your health. Tell your family you love them. And peace out, guys. God bless you.